Wow, I can't believe it. I thought, right, I finally got a bit of time to do another vlog. It's been a while. The last one I did was last month. Well, that's what I thought. And then I've looked back. The last one I did was nearly 2 months ago. So there's been a lot to catch up on. So I'm going to go through a few things that have been going on in life over the last 7 or 8 weeks. Also, the world has changed again, as it seems to have done in 2020 an awful lot. So, looking at what life is like now and what's coming up ahead. So, as usual, thanks again for tuning in, as it were, and having a look at this. So, what's been happening? God, the last video was back in the middle of September. So when I last did a vlog, I was just gearing up to go up to Liverpool to celebrate at the beginning of October the birthdays of my eldest son Curly and my niece, both on the same day. And I booked the hotel and everything, but as I sort of hinted at in the last video, it didn't really work out because of everything, the usual thing that's been going on across all of this year, COVID, and up in Liverpool especially, they've been pretty hard hit since then. So by the time they were actually bringing in lockdown restrictions for, on the day that I was supposed to be going up, so we all just decided it wasn't really worth it, because the only place I could have seen them would have been like for half an hour in a park or something, not really worth going all the way up there. So instead, on the evening of their birthdays, we had a Zoom birthday party. So my niece and my sister tuned in from up there, and Ginger tuned in, and then Curly tuned in from down in Kent. And so we had a little party. It was really good fun actually, and I even did a cake, so I had to blow it out myself. I did the candles and everything, and then I had to blow it out on their behalf. But it was good to see them anyway. They're all generally doing well, although the COVID thing has become a personal thing. So sometime about midway through October, my niece caught COVID at school. All of her class got it. So she was not well, but not too bad for a few days. And then a couple of weeks ago, I was watching the Everton match with Ginger. We've been watching virtually all of their games, and they had been doing really well. They were top of the league for quite a while. And the last game we watched together, he was all wrapped up in a duvet, just like hidden. I could just see the top of his head. And he said he was feeling a bit rough. And about 3 or 4 days later, once he got well enough to go back, actually go and get a test, it's the way it goes, he came back positive. So they've both had COVID now. They both seem to be well. I spoke to Ginger last weekend, and he was already a lot better. He did say this thing about getting tired really hits you, so he had to walk to the place to get his test, and it's about a 15-minute walk, and he's very used to walking. He tends to walk everywhere if it's possible. But he said after 2 minutes he felt so tired, he felt like just turning back, but he went and got it. That's not COVID. And but he was much better by the time we spoke last weekend. So I'm going to see him a little bit after filming this video, because there's another Everton match on against Man United. So we're hoping they do well and get back to winning there. So yeah, it's hitting. And of course, since then, we've gone into, a couple of days ago, we've gone into another lockdown. So I've just been out to Witney, and it's quieter even than it was already. But there's still people around, and this lockdown, yeah, there are a few things that are similar to last time for me personally, but there are other things that are a lot better. So last time the proper lockdown that started in March, I was essentially on my own here without anybody for 3 months, and there was virtually no work to do. The gym closed, so everything that I'd been sort of keeping me going and happy sort of had fallen away. This time, yes, the gyms have closed, which is a pity. I've been sort of getting into that a bit more recently. The gyms have closed, but work is as busy as it usually is at this time of year. It's all done via video link, so yeah, I feel like I'm ruling the world from my kitchen table. But there's loads of work on, so that's all good. That keeps me going. Also, I'm not entirely alone this time. I have my social bubble, so I'm not going to be just kicking around in here for the next month or however long it lasts. I'd be surprised if it just lasts until the end of November, but hopefully. But I know it's difficult for everyone. I hope if you're struggling out there, I hope that we all get through this fine. There have been positive. 2020 has been for everyone a weird year and a difficult year, and for me especially, the first 6 months was very much like that. But things are on the up. I've just said, personally, things are a bit better there. And the news this week has just been full of the American election, and of course I've been really quite happy with the way things are going now. I've been watching American news for most of this year, and it's just sort of ramping up, and it's all been building to this week. And finally, at the end of this week, it looks like the Orange Man is on his way out, which can only be good.
CNN projects Joseph R. Biden Jr. is elected the 46th president of the United States, winning the White House and denying President Trump a second term.
Although I didn't know, some people who are very good at doing the Donald Trump impressions will probably have to learn new ones. But yeah, so weird years we've all known, but I have some hope. I'm happy about things, feeling more positive, and yeah, always cross fingers that doesn't turn. But hey, things are good. And even lockdown, of course, you might be wondering why I'm looking so smartly dressed. I've just been out, of course, and back to lockdown, back to the kind of weather where I can wear all my funky gear. So I've been doing it again, and this time the difference between this lockdown and last lockdown is that there are a lot more good masks out there for me to wear. So as you'll be able to see here, I've got my gear sorted out, so I'm going out and entertaining the Whitney folk again. Other things that have been happening, well, I've kept my music going. I've actually, in the period, especially over the last sort of month, 6 weeks, I've really got back into my music, and now I've realised after I published my last video, I've now over the course of this year published got 40 videos on the playlist on my music channel now. I've already got 7 or 8 other songs that I've already recorded, but just haven't got around to doing the videos for yet. So that's been, if you work out how many I've been doing over the last 8-10 months or whatever, it's just crazy. But it's just a lot of fun, and I just enjoy it, and that keeps me going again. I just made you up to hurt myself. I just made you up to hurt myself. Hanging on the wire, yeah. waiting for my change. Subcontent pay. This machine is obsolete. Go! Yeah! Watching you drown, I'll follow you down. I am here right beside you. Hold on. You feel like letting go. You had to give them all a sign, didn't you? Didn't you? You had to covet what was mine, didn't you? Didn't you? I think I'm losing my grip, but I can still make the fist. You know I still got my one good arm, so I can be, I can be myself. And you're singing, I wait my turn to tear inside you. Watch you burn. My name is ruin. My name is vengeance. My name is no one. No one's calling. And this just feels like spinning plates. I'm living in cloud cuckoo land. And apologising to my downstairs neighbours for my out of tune shouting, but you know, you do what you do to get by. So yeah, that's about it, I think. Oh yeah, last weekend was good as well. Last weekend I went away. I've been doing yoga for the last 6 months. It was originally something that my sister suggested when I was not feeling so great and feeling, and I think she picked up that I needed something to de-stress me. So I've been doing online yoga with a couple of guys who run an online class, and they're actually based back in West Kirby, and they're really nice. It's a really nice group. So I've been doing that for 6 months. And then last weekend I went away to Kent just before all the lockdown started again. And went to a place that's out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the country, really nice place. And there was a yoga, did a big yoga lesson there. And what amazed me was I actually knew what I was doing. That all the moves that they were doing were all things that we've been doing in our class, and I sort of remembered them. So that was quite good fun. But the place itself was just beautiful. Like I said, right in the middle of nowhere. And it just meant that after the lesson, could curl up in a really nice, cozy, like little ancient sort of cottage there that's been there since about the 12th century. And then the morning after, so that was on the Sunday, then the Monday, because I was in Kent, I didn't go and see Curly, but where I went to, because we went too far away, went back to the place where Curly and Ginger grew up and that I lived in for a while. And it just brought back so many good memories and just reminded me what a beautiful place Kent is. And you can see some of the things here. So that's it. As I said, in about an hour or so, I'm going to be watching Everton again and watching it with Ginger. So might tag that on the end of this video, just a quick hello. Might let you know how the game went, only if Everton win though. But other than that, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for any likes or comments that anyone gives. And as I said, I hope everyone out there is well. I know we're all sort of having a tough time, but we can get through this, and the good times will come back. So take care, and I promise my next vlog won't be in 2 months' time. It will be before that. For as much as, oh my god, because as much as anything, it's less than 2 months till Christmas. My god, so I'll definitely do a vlog before then. Take care and see you soon.